So you've got the code, you've got the test case, you've got the build, you've actually got that page to be shown. You've got a website, you hosted it on the internal server or external server, depending on it. And then you actually can start showing that as a demo directly, the actual work product, the website. They can actually see the items. Remember, this actually, the customer could actually get to see in the first 2 weeks compared to 14 months of waterfall. Really, really huge change. I was telling you the case where in the project, we actually did that. After 14 months of the project starting, the customer got to see the first time they actually got to see the product. The application we were working on was after 14 months. That's the waterfall approach about 20 years ago. But now if you talk about agile, after first 2 weeks itself, they've got an option, the opportunity to actually look at how it's shaping up. Well, it's not complete, it's not perfect, it's not great, it's not all complete, all correct. That's okay. At least you've got something to show to them that we are working on it. It's taking a shape, it's evolving, right? So, and then the activities are code integration. You've got the SIT rework, if there's any rework coming in from testing. You've got a demo, what we call it a showcase. You showcase, you give a showcase of this, the product, where the website or web application, mobile application, whatever you're developing, you can show it off to your, it's called showcase, or sometimes it's called show and tell sessions and things like that, whatever you call a demo session, walkthrough session, whatever you call it as. Essentially what that means is you're now showing the actual product to the product owner, the stakeholders, and if it is good enough, to the customers as well, to their users, end users. And then the next item is basically what we call as retrospective. We'll talk about it in the next slide. So what are the enablers? Again, very, I don't want to stress on this, very important for all of you to understand that we cannot afford to have any changes during the scope of the sprint. And then they integrate the previous build and conduct what is called regression testing. We discussed this at length in the last few sessions, right? Regression testing. You've got something working absolutely well that was delivered to the customers and end users in the last few sprints. This sprint, you've got something else, added more functionality. And let's assume with this new functionality, it has stopped, it has actually destroyed all the things that were working before. Is it good? No. So you need to make sure that whatever has been working all right is working all right even after you deliver the new functionality. So that is actually building on the top of that. That's why it's called iterative and incremental. You're augmenting what is already there. So you're making it better, not worse. And that's why we do the regression testing at the end of the sprint. And then we've got all, if there are any defects, anything that need to be fixed, that gets done. And then we are ready to go. And then this is what we call as, again, we're talking about any defects or changes or anything that has been recommended or coming out of this review that go to the product backlog. And then we've got the final build as the output of the sprint review. We've got all of that done, potentially demonstrable and shippable product that is ready by the development team. They do the demonstration. And then we've got the sprint sign off or review by the product owner. That's what gets done in the sprint review.